Hello guys, and welcome here to another ProDota Cup series by Zubu TV, or by Hitbox TV. We are here in the SEA region of this amazing tournament. Actually, give me a second, I'm gonna reduce the volume. I have the new, I'll say, full disclosure, I have the new music for the, from the new International Battle Pass. I find it epic, so I want to have it in this game. I feel like it's a great way, especially with this kind of, like, you know, very epic orchestral music, to start off this tournament. See, it is a new season for the ProDota Cup series, specifically the SEA region, and we are starting it with a best of two between the teams of XIAODIAN and 458 Production. XIAODIAN, for those of you that don't know them, are a recently new team that comes from Indonesia. A bunch of players, which I believe are the real names, but I actually don't know. I haven't seen any of them in other teams. 458 Production have been playing for a while. They almost won the last iteration of the ProDota Cup. They are from Vietnam, and Godot has been a pretty prominent player here in the Vietnam area. I've seen him in a couple of Vietnamese teams. Finally creates his own, together with who, I don't know who 458 is exactly, but you know, whoever the captain is, and and they create this pretty good team that is trying to revive the Vietnamese Dota. My name is DSwordfish. I'll be your caster for today, and let's get right into the draft, shall we? We have, for the XIAODIAN team, Magnus Band, Weaver, TA, and Shadowfiend out of the pool. They start out picking up Tomb Protector and Nyx Assassin. No surprise there with the Treant, or the Nyx, actually. Very popular pick in the SEA region. And now moving on to 458, we have Monkey King, Warlock, Lena, wrong vowel, and the Ursa Band out by them. They pick up the Crystal Maiden, Omnite most likely in the offlane, as it's very often played in the SEA region. Combination of Crystal Maiden and Omnite, very powerful. Not only do you get easy lanes, but you also get a constant spamming of Repel and Purification, which combined with Omnite's high armor and damage makes him a very annoying thing to deal with in lane. Tomb Protector, if he does decide to play the kind of lane defensive support with a defensive tri lane instead of a dual off lane with a Nyx Assassin, is going to have a hard time beating the Omnite because he can just dispel the Leech Seed very easily. The Nature's Guise is not going to be too strong against him because he can just purify himself before the Treant attacks. Or, you know, even if the Treant attacks, you can just purify yourself anyway, and he's not going to be able to chase you that well once you get, like, level 2 Purification. And, because level 2 Purification is essentially saying goodbye to 2 of Treant Protector's attacks, and you also deal them back to him. So it's like having a Blade Mill for those, it's like having a Spike Carpet for those 2 attacks, essentially. And on top of that, you have the Leech Seed, which is easily dispellable, and the Nature's Guise, which is not really a concern to you if you're an Omnite, because either you get a Poison Orb if you really want to cancel it, or alternatively, you're just looking for last hits in the lane, so it's not going to be that big a deal. Slows are not that great against Omnites, stuns are. Then the Lifestealer for 458, easy lane with the Lifestealer Crystal Maiden, both very strong laners. Doesn't really utilize the aura too well, Lifestealer, but in the early game, being able to spam that Rage or open wounds just to heal up is not a bad thing either. And the Lifestealer for now has no vehicle, but the Omnite is not too bad in combination with him. You get an infinite repel essentially, or a purification, and more importantly, if XIAODIAN wants to go for, say, physical damage to counter the Lifestealer pick because of his low armor, you can always just Guardian Angel him. But Lifestealer fantastic against OD. Since the Nyx Assassin has already been picked by XIAODIAN, they go for the safe OD pick, you know, pick number 3. Usually it's easy to just outpick him with a Nyx Assassin or something similar, but in this case, it's a bit better. They even pick up the Rubik, a bit more defensive supporting. Again, not too strong against Omnite, but does bring up a stun, and the Fate Bolt can be a real nuisance to the Lifestealer early on. He's quite strong against melee carries in general, so let's not forget that. But the Rubik is more of one of those picks that, you know, it works almost always. It can steal Guardian Angel, for example, in Trimcool in this game, also Freezing Field, so it doesn't have bad steals by any means. Stealing Infest or Open Wounds is actually pretty strong too, and in general can be a pretty solid support. The Fate Bolt's the only thing that's not too strong this game. Like I said, it can annoy the Lifestealer a bit early on if he decides to go for like an aggressive tri lane or something of the sort, but the Lifestealer doesn't really care much about it later on because of his rage. The Puck doesn't care at all because he can just evade it. Similarly, the Omnite can repel it off, and the Crystal Maiden doesn't have any damage, so screw the Fate Bolt. Now, one of the last 2 picks here for these teams, we have 458 missing a support, a position 4. They thought Ricky It was actually a pretty good pick. The Riki against the Nyx Assassin, specifically the Outworld Devourer, are quite strong. The Bounty Hunter's not bad, considering they do have a Nyx and a Twin Protector. You're going to be dealing with two invisible heroes, so the track works great against them. The track against the Outworld Devourer is actually not bad at all. He tends to want to kite you, so being able to chase him down is good as well. And the Janata, obviously, plus Boomerang combo to destroy the Rubik. Yeah, that's always welcome. Rubik doesn't have that much armor. I think he starts with 1 base armor or so. And in addition to that, you have the combination of the Bounty Hunter like ganks top lane, Purification onto him easy, Janata plus Poison Orb to deal a lot of damage and take away all of those living armor charges, and then finally finish him off with just auto attacks. Right. So I would like to see the Bounty Hunter. You could have an Earth Spirit, for example. The Silence is particularly good. Any hero that, like an Ogre Magi as well, but that's more of a Team Faceless pick. It's not that much preference in the SEA region. Spirit Breaker would be the last option, which is the most obvious, I guess, if you combine with Lifestealer. Oh, no, on second thought, the Slaughter are actually a really good option here as well. It brings the same idea as the Bounty Hunter, except with less gold. However, you have the Bomb with the Lifestealer plus Slaughter, and you can easily kill off the Rubik. And even though the Outworld Devourer can stop you from initiating, because you can always Astral Imprison you before you Slithering Crush, the amplified damage can be really lethal to him when he's expecting you to kill you in like 4 hits. When you kill him in 4 hits as well, he's gonna have a really tough time, because Life Stealer will just kill him during the rage, and Outworld Devourer will not be able to use any of his arcane orbs or Astral Imprisonments to get away, which is well, that's bad. So I wonder what 4-5 we're gonna pick. I really like this position 4. It's really important nowadays, so it's definitely an important pick class. And they're gonna go for the Beastmaster. Wow, okay, so is that gonna be no, probably a Beastmaster position 4 a la Misery style. What is XIAODIAN gonna pick up now, considering they need a carry? Ursa would have been really good. Troll Warlord similarly. The Slark comes to mind as a decent pick because he's not bad against Lifestealer. Maybe the Anti-Mage if you're looking for the Agonist, but it seems a bit too risky, especially against a Puck. I don't actually know what pick XIAODIAN has. Honestly, as well, a Spectre, not too bad, because there's an Earth tankiness. The stun is not that terrible against him.
Razor.
Wow, I was not expecting that at all, but not a bad pick, frankly. That Razor. So, I don't know if you're going to run it in the mid lane or the carry. Razor's powerful in both positions, especially because you're up against a Lifestealer. Razor as a carry actually deals quite a decent amount of damage, but both Outworld Devourer and Razor can usually beat the Puck in lane. I wouldn't put the Razor against the Puck because you can't get any levels of Unstable Current early on, so that's unfortunate. The Unstable Current can be really strong against the Lifestealer, the Crystal Maiden, and the Beastmaster. All have targeted spells, which are they rely on quite a lot. If Lifestealer does not have Rage and he open wounds on a Razor, you know, they can get purged off and just kite it away to oblivion, so that's quite annoying. He also can't use the open wounds defensively, you know, just open wounds the Razor and run away. He won't be able to do that. The second the Crystal Maiden gets close to the Razor, she's dead, because the Frostbite plus her plus the Purge. Sorry, the Frostbite will trigger the Purge, which will trigger her Grammar speed times 10, and that's going to make her super slow. And the Beastmaster with a Primal Roar, though it's not that big a deal, it actually annoys you quite a lot. Oh, interesting. This even happens in pro matches? Really? Wow. No compendium, no battle pass levels. Oof. I'm already at level 170, guys. Where is your addiction to Dota, boys? Right. Just watching this unfold. But yeah, the Beastmaster with the Primal Roar is actually... Oh, that's interesting. What is that? The net worth advantage? That, wow, they've really updated my tools here. Oh, and the Roshan timer. That is fantastic. Jesus. Okay, sorry, this is the first time since the update that I see the game. It's all getting recorded and everything, but it's the first time since the updates that I've seen the game. I decided to put the... I'm using the cursor from... I mean, most of you should be able to notice that this is the cursor from the compendium. I'm also using the spring terrain, believing that the spring terrain just looks nice, and it's kind of a very generic terrain. I really love the terrains and whatnot from the international. I want to hype up the people by using the music, but I feel like the terrain that comes with it is a bit too excessive. So I decided not to include it. I decided to use something else instead, which is the spring terrain, which I feel like is a generic compromise. So it's been a while since I played with the regular terrain, and I do like the little, you know, nice effects that it has with it. I feel like it suits more. It's like Dota is evolving. It's a constantly evolving game, etc., etc. I don't know. I'm just speaking out my ass at this point. Right. However, the Beastmaster, just talking about him again, the Hawk will not be too strong. Hawk is like actually kind of weak against a bunch of ranged heroes, because in the early game you don't really have that much of a good time, you know, moving it. And the Primal Roar will most likely be used on the Outworld Devourer. You don't really want to stop the Razor that much. The Boars will take charge of that because the Razor relies a lot of movement speed. Use the Primal Roar on the Outworld Devourer and just, you know, destroy him that way. That's probably your hope as a Beastmaster. The Hawk is going to have a hard time, I guess, in the early game, but later on in the game, it's actually going to be a really useful tool, being able to see the Nyx Assassin or the Trim Protector. Once you have the Jab or Dusts, it's going to be easy for him. It's interesting, he's going without items to the lane. We still don't know if it's a position 4, it seems like a position 3 Omnight. I don't want to present the teams yet until I know what positions everyone's playing. Mainly because I'm concerned. I want to know. It does seem like the Outworld Devourer is going to go mid and the Razor is going to be carry, which seems like the most appropriate choice, especially against a Lifestealer. You don't want to have carry versus carry. I mean, if it's Razor carry versus another carry, that's pretty sweet because you actually get a decent amount of advantage out of that, because Lifestealer is a melee carry that you're fighting against. But if you do a, say, carry OD versus carry Lifestealer, Razor mid, Razor's supposed to win the lane against Buck, not too great, and the OD is supposed to win against Lifestealer, I guess, in terms of farm, which is not that easy either, because they both have to go for Midas. Right, let's see, before they start, I just need to know what position the Beastmaster is, and we'll present them really quickly. Dion is here ready to steal a rune. That's a really short stun though for level 1, only 0.4 seconds. Guzman takes it anyway, and there's the open wounds. Start hitting the tree. They want to bring him down. Oh, actually no, Dion took the rune, but Dion is also going to take the death as they kill him off easily. Guzman gets the first blood in this game. Let's present the teams real quickly. We're going to start with the XIAODIAN, I believe. Yeah, XIAODIAN, it's going to be the Indonesian team on the right-hand side, representing the Dire faction. It's going to be Dion as the Trim Protector in the support position. In the offlane is a Nyx Assassin played by Lovett. Oh, they're frostbiting him actually. There's a purification. No, just a bit of harassment. No degen aura just yet. Nyx is a good amount of regen anyway. You have Gentleman in the middle lane playing the Outworld Devourer as the carry, a Razor played by Speed Draw. I love that name, by the way. And a Lagger will be the last team member with the Rubik in the support position. Now, so 4-5-8 production, the Vietnamese team representing the team will be Godot as the support Beastmaster, jungle / support Beastmaster, position 4 Beastmaster. Here in the mid lane, a Puck played by 4-5-8, a stand-in or perhaps his actual name. Guzma is going to be the Lifestealer in the carry position. The second support being LFT on the Crystal Maiden, and finally HMY here with the Omnight. Okay, sorry, he's the second support. Godot is the offlaner Beastmaster. Yeah, open wounds and the Lifestealer hitting pretty hard. Now the purification, the Trim Protector goes down as Lovett tries to get the kill on the Crystal Maiden, unable to do much against her without, you know, a lot of levels. Only level 1 Impale, not too much damage. Had the second kill of these guys get on the Trim Protector. So yeah, it's gonna be Beastmaster in the offlane. I don't know why I said position 4 jungle. It's just an offlane Beastmaster. He's had to leave lane, and you're gonna have a support Omnight here played by HMY. They changed their players so much, and they have in stand-ins every single game, so you don't entirely know which one's which, and which one's part of the regional squad and which one isn't. Right, go on to Guzma. Careful, the leech seed. Dealing a decent amount of damage, but more importantly, it's the slow. And they do catch him with one last hit. There it is, the Nyx Assassin as well joining the fun. But LFT will be dangerously threatening them, making so that going onto the Lifestealer seems like a bad choice. Love also has no mangoes to speak of, so they can't play too aggressively. He just had to go for a poor man's shield Nyx, which takes more advantage of the jungle and the resources instead of trying to go for early game kills and lane domination. HMY, careful though, because he's being body blocked by the Nyx Assassin. A purification to relieve some damage and also deal some to Dion. Wants to go back at him, starts hammering down, and Love it without the mount is really just not that dangerous. Even the magic stick, this build is not bad. I actually like it considering the lane you're up against. You're up against a Crystal Maiden, and Omnight is pretty strong lane. If you're gonna beat this lane, it's most likely not gonna be just with a couple of mangoes, just with an extra regen. The poor man's shield helps you take the lane resources a bit easier, and the magic stick helps you regen some of your mana, which is quite important. Even if they don't use many spells, you know, 2-3 spells, purification, a bit of frostbite, harassment, and say a rage, open wounds, and there you're set pretty much. And you might even save your life, so it's not a bad. I like how this Nyx Assassin is playing, even though it might be a bit too defensively and will allow the Lifestealer to get a decent amount of farm. It's nothing compared to the Razor though. That's the big point here. which is that the guys from XIAODIAN, they have a free lane up top. Godot was forced to rotate out because there is a Razor after all. Razor wins in the lane. No, down bottom. Love it. Has to use the Spike Carpus. They root him down. They want to body block him a bit more, and the Repel Lifestealer just keeps on hitting, and the Leech is healing him up, but not enough healing to save his life as Guzma gets the kill finally on the next assassin and not on the Team Protector. Happily, we'll just go back into this lane and continue with the farming game. Yeah, that rhymes. But like we said, the Razor having a free lane, it's expected. Obviously, you have a Rubik and a Razor. Rubik is a great defensive support. It carries a stun and a good nuke. And the Razor just wins the lane naturally, especially against melee heroes. So there's just no reason why you would ever come into this lane if you're the Beastmaster. However, this means that this Razor is going to have free fun completely. If you do go for the typical Sanjay and Yasha build we've been seeing, or even FaZe Boots Hurricane Pike, a lot of variations of Razor. I actually wonder how they're going to run it. But regardless of how they do, the snowbally nature of most builds will allow him to usually surpass the Lifestealer. Would not be surprised though if he did go for a Midas perhaps after going for the FaZe Boots. He's going for Aquila FaZe Boots and even has Magic Stick, so a bit delayed Midas, but it still would not be a bad idea. Razor doesn't have too much of a farming ability, but he doesn't do badly with items. Guzma though, he's being targeted here with a Trim Protector. There's a stun purification onto 2, the Repel to save his life, and they now go on to the next assassin, want to exterminate this bug. Love it, just walking away. Spike Carpus to prevent some of the last hits of damage. The stun for the Trim Protector, love it. It's just poor man, he's desperately walking away, crawling like the bug that he is, but he is going to make it out alive. He didn't have any more slows. The Degenor is still not up for the Omnight. That's important. We mentioned it. If you're playing support Omnight, you're more inclined towards getting levels of Repel than getting many levels of your Degenor. Maybe one level soon enough so they can kill the next assassin. Because he has no escape mechanisms, so the slow that the Degenor gives you is actually quite strong. Regardless, the game is not going... it's not preferable for any. We see that net worth is slightly in favor of XIAODIAN. I love this little bar, by the way. Oh, this is great. Thank you, Valve. But for now, you know, the bottom lane is still trying to be aggressive and take kills on Nyx Assassin. The Impale's available, by the way, trying to kill the Omnight here, perhaps. In comes the Razor, the TP, the Impale catches the Lifestealer, and HMY will go down first as Speed Draw quickly draws his bow and destroys him, and wants to go on Guzman next. The Leechy not available, and there's no other kind of slows, so in the end, Speed Draw will just take down a creep and probably move away from this lane. They did get a kill on the Omnight though. Gentlemen are ready to go onto the puck. They lost the Illusory Orb. They have telekinesis as well, and Fable level 2, not bad. Okay, the telekinesis, they gave a bit of damage, 4-5-8, stuck between a rock and a hard place, evades one of the Arcane Orbs. The second one's not evaded thanks to the mischance, so it gets quite lucky with that Arcane Orb, and 4-5-8 will survive, be able to TP away. They don't want to follow this through too much, even though Rubik could have probably Fate Bolted him had he followed, but in the end decides to just let him go. I mean, that was a risky play if you did go for the Fate Bolt. It's a puck, you don't really want to sacrifice too much time because, well, first of all, you're just losing a bunch of time, and second of all, you are a Rubik. He could turn around and kill you if you're not careful. Even though the puck's mana was not too big, I understand his decision to be a bit more of a defensive, I guess, conservative player. LFT, oh no, in the bottom lane, targeted by the Nyx Assassin. Good Spike Carpus to prevent the Frostbite from happening. Telekinesis catches the Crystal Maiden anyway, and LFT will go down to the power of Speed Draw, who just auto-attacks him to death. Now the Primal Roar in the mid lane, they catch out World Devourer. This is a much more important kill. The Waning to silence him, he can't use any of his spells right now. The Dream Coil does not catch him out, as he uses the Astral Imprisonment to get the last couple seconds of his life. But Gentleman will just let himself go down like the true gentleman that he is, and that will be a kill for HMY. He's gonna recover slightly with that. Quite happy with that, honestly. HMY getting the Magic Stick, possibly Magic Wand, because there's gonna be a lot of spamming spells, and not too bad for an Omnight if you're planning on going Tranquil Boots, you know, getting that extra bit. Oh, open wounds into the Trim Protector. He's between the trees, but they do see him with a sentry. Dion has to walk away from this sentry that's just ruining his life right now. Guzma realizes he's just barely out of range of the sentry, and they want to kill him, but they have no more detection. So Dion might just survive here in this lane, as Guzma decides to just keep on pushing, That's the name of the game. Well, HMY, again, no sentries. They do want to buy dust. Both of the supports have dust in their quick buy, but I'm not going to see Dion just yet. Oh, he just walks up to the rune. They know where he is. They want to harass him ever so slightly. There's the creeps annoying him. The purification's available, but it's only level 2, so would not have killed a Trim Protector, who has an insane strength gain, by the way, a 3.3 per level, and a really good HP gain himself. So, very hard to kill. gentleman catches out the puck, asks for imprisonment onto it. So, did he just prevent the damage with phase shift? Could you do that? That's real impressive. I did not know that was the case. That's pretty cool. That is pretty cool. Alright. Tranquil boots for this Trim Protector. Godot. Here, Primal Roar. Once you go into Beyond, Frostbite into Beyond, stops him from moving any further. Primal Roar now into the Trim Protector. They even hit him with the axes. The Crystal Maiden will die first, but the Trim Protector will follow him into the Land of the Dead as Godot trying to run away from the Rubik. They catch him with telekinesis, bring him back, has to TP away. Do they have enough damage to bring him down? Yes, he will cancel the TP last second, knowing that he was going to die anyway. I think you might as well let the TP go, honestly, but I'm pretty sure Godot was dead anyway, so no, don't make a deal there, you know. Just the sad thought of seeing him give up. But it does seem like XIAODIAN is playing a bit better. I mean, they are taking advantage of these. Oh, in the mid, no. They are taking advantage of these lane dominators a bit better. The OD and the Razor both take a good advantage of the lane. They have a decent amount of physical and pure damage, so a good combination of those. The Razor also even brings a bit of magical damage in the early game with that plasma field. I actually love this Razor build as well, going for the solo crest and for a lot of intermediate items. So phase boots, Aquila, magic stick, a lot of small stats, but that work out really well for you. I don't know why that Hawk seems like it's a lower level Hawk, but those stats work really nicely. You combine them with the solo crest, and then boom, you're done. minus 12 armor to the enemy team, whoever it is. Outworld Devourer does not particularly have too much armor. The Nyx Assassin doesn't either because of his poor agility game even for an agility hero. Similarly, for Trim Protector has a terrible agility game, so you can really take advantage of that with solo crest. The only guy you don't really... Oh wait, I was looking at the wrong side, sorry. The Lifestealer, that was my bad. The Lifestealer, the Puck, the Omni Knight all have lower armors, so you really want to use the solo quest well for that. The argument I was trying to make earlier, that I don't know why I switched armors halfway through, would be the Lifestealer being pretty powerful in the physical damage respect. Ooh, that was not a Primal Roar. Yeah, that makes it smart enough. The Lifestealer can now go for Midas Sanjanyasha. I mean, I don't know if Sanjanyasha is the play. I think I'm watching too much Burning Lifestealer, but... Midas into perhaps just Desolator because of the low armor that XIAODIAN has. I think Ramses even plays it with the Sanjay. They really prefer that item. It's actually not bad, especially against a Razor to not get kited. It helps you quite a lot. Okay, Godot should know that love is around, or that something is close by, because those troops sure enough aggro him. But obviously you don't want to waste the dust just on a hunch. And 4-5 into the top lane. It could any second he makes aggressive action, he could be brought down, so they have to be played quite carefully. 4-5-8 is not winning the game because, like I said, the lane dominators were Outworld Devourer and Razor. They were the strong ones after all. They have a stronger early game with that and a superior net worth. Not too big a difference, but enough because you already have a Midas on this Outworld Devourer to rival the Lifestealer. And the Razor, who's gone for more of the snowball kind of transitioning carry, right? He went for the Solo Crest build. So as soon as the Lifestealer walks in, the Solo Crest is going to put him in a really dangerous position. And let's not forget, Solo Crest is not dispellable by the Rage, so you can put it through it as well, but you still get the 25% miss chance. It's like being affected by an annoying radiance that just won't go away. So if they want to go on to you, not only is your kill much easier, but as well, you killing him much harder. I love these new things. Oh my god, showing me the talents. He does go for 15 agility, by the way. Wow, I forget how strong these talents are. That 15 agility is actually a really strong talent. Early on. I mean, that's 15 damage essentially, plus attack speed, plus 2 armor. Really good if you combine the Solar Crest. Huh. And the rest of the talents are actually quite bad. I wonder if you go for the cast range because you want to maintain a larger static link range, or if you go for the extra unstable current damage, which might be really annoying against the enemy team because of the CM, the Lifestealer, the Primal Roar, Beastmaster. I mean, the CM specifically is what you kill the most. I guess the Purge, you care more about the basic Dispel and the fact that it deals... sorry, that it's a bit of a slow duration. 260 though damage every time you cast a spell on Razor. Pretty big. Especially once everyone gets 4 staffs and maybe someone gets a Rod of Atos if you're playing Outworld Devourer. Not that unlikely. A Scythe of Vice. And that's when you start worrying because obviously those unstable currents start to stack. But the cast range is really good if you want to obviously cut the Lifestealer. I love the 20% XP gain for Beastmaster. It's just what you have to go for. I mean, obviously the other talents, movement speed, which is rarely picked up in most heroes, but the 20% XP gain on the Beastmaster works wonderfully, especially with the respawn time reduction at level 15. And the Speed Special hasn't had much of an impact in this game too much. And as I say, they go on to Outworld Devourer, but look, it's kind of hard to initiate when this is the case and you just go all alone. He almost beats him 1-1 though, and that Sandy's Eclipse will ensure that the Beastmaster goes down. However, Guzman will get that kill in the mid lane. What a play. Drops the hammer, but what a weird play. I didn't mean like what a fantastic play. It's more of a what a weird play there. Beastmaster just kind of manning up and taking him down, and oh, they found the next assassin. Silenced and purified out of this world, he says, as the Dream Coil catches out Speed Drop, puts him in a difficult position, and made some of the damage from that plaza field, but the Puck doesn't want to continue that fight anyway. And even though he had a Blink Dagger, he already wasted the Dream Coil. The Razor was smart enough to break it early on, so he would just, suffer the stun and move on with his life. It's like a bad breakup. Except the breakup was with a magical Dream Coil that puts you in a difficult position in the game of Dota. Yep. The Armament is going to come out of the lifesteal relatively soon as well. I'm surprised how fast he's farming. The Razor, though, is farming quite well for only farming the Plasma Field and not having, having a decent early game, but not beating lifesteal by that much. He's just kind of snowballing out of control right now. He's going for the Hurricane Pike. So it is going to be a Soul Crest Hurricane Pike Razor. We've seen a lot of those Razors which go kind of for intermediate items, mid-game items just to take a huge advantage. Usually you play him with a carry, like a strong carrier in mid. Oh, and here you go, Outworld Devourer being harassed out of his element, and oh, the Rubik being silenced before the telekinesis can be completed. There he is, he goes down. Gentleman will also join the ranks of the dead as the Purification hits him in the face. The Twin Protector with the ultimate. Now the Guardian Angel to try to finish off this Razor. They want to follow him through to the ranks of hell, but they already took down the Crystal Maiden. They're out of studs, and now Guzma is looking for Dion. So is 458. Lovey joins in to the fray. He has Vendetta ready. They find the Twin Protector, and they want to bring him down. The open wounds to slow him. The Twin Protector can't barely move. The Dream Coil onto 2. Speed Draw is stuck in a bad position, but 458's out of mana thanks to the next assassin. So both of them will survive there, and they decide to all go into the shrine. The guys from 458 production, done with these crazy team fights, decide to rest a bit. It's time to go to the spa, time to regen up and get their mana back so they can fight another day. And wow, 458 is really just he's living life literally on the edge. A single Spike Carpus there from the Nyx Assassin could put him in a really dangerous position. And even though the Nyx Assassin has Blink Dagger, he could potentially get it anyway. I'm surprised it's another Midas Nyx. It's quite greedy this game, I would say, honestly, 16 minutes in, especially when they have a Razor that's already going to transition you. You want to go with the Razor a bit more and let the Outworld Devourer be your main carry, but I'm not a big fan of the Midas on Nyx, frankly. Regardless, he's not playing badly. It's just that that Puck is playing really aggressively sometimes. He's going to go for the Midas himself, and that's not a bad idea because the Midas will allow you to get to the 420 gold per minute much faster, and then you can become almost a proper carry with a lot of utility if you want, like set the Vice Shivas and whatnot, which gives you a lot of damage too because you're an intelligence hero after all. Or you can actually go for full Puck carry as we've seen, utilizing that 50 damage that the talent gives you, and then go for something like Crystallis or even Bloodthorn, Desolator, etc, etc. Well, it tells me what it stole Rage. That's pretty cool. Oh, there's a Dream Coil, catch out the Razor. But right under his tower, a bit dangerous. The Rage, actually, from Lagger doesn't do anything as Speedman is being destroyed here. Silence to Oblivion, but there's the roof for the Twin Protector. Puts 3 down into the same position, and HMY will go down first. Together with the Crystal Maiden, the 2 supports are just dead in the water. The Necronomicons have been killed, and the Razor has received the damage from the melee one, but he will continue to fight. Now, with that creep taking over the life dealer, he has to run away. Marmalade plus TP, that's going to work out. No stuns for him if he is in that position. Nature's guys has to be like level, even with level 3, you can't stop a TP in time. Like, you have to plant a tree and everything. It's not going to happen. It does go through spell immunity, but it's just not going to work in that situation. So, guys from XIAODIAN, this Indonesian team, are really kicking ass against the Vietnamese. Doing a pretty good performance here, especially the usage of the Razor to play a bit more aggressively. I love that he's going for Axe to get a bit of extra pushing power in the early game. The Outworld Devourer, meanwhile, farming a bit more efficiently, utilizing resources of the map whenever he can, that being the Midas. It really, literally increases the resources in the map by just being able to turn a creep into more gold. So that's really useful. And Love is surprisingly giving a lot of space to the next assassin, so that's a good thing. The Twin Protector's roots, though, I would say that he's probably the star player here. Dion Overgrowths, they have been lane, fantastic. Put Lifestealer in dangerous position once he uses the rage, because he can't dispel the root from then on. And you also have the fact that Lifestealer doesn't want to go for Monster Style or those sort of items. In fact, nobody really wants to go for items that dispel the root, except for maybe a Lotus Orb from HMY, or like say a Puck with a Yule Scepter. That's it. And since Puck is going for the Midas and wants to go for expensive items, at least that's how the Puck is played nowadays. Chances are you're not going to get any way to dispel that annoying root from yourself. So that works out really well for them. I actually like it very much what they're playing here. XIAODIAN. I really like the Turn Protector pick. I don't think they countered him too well. But of course you don't want to counter a Train Protector. He's a goddamn four. Oh, Train Top. I don't think he meant to say that. I don't think he's such a strong. I don't think he's such a strong pick. Sorry, I don't think he's such a strong enough pick that you want to counter him, even though because he's a support and whatnot, he doesn't have that much relevance. But it's the power that he is able to create, cause a lot of, or have a lot of impact rather in the game, without being a core. That's what makes him so powerful. You know, he does have a lot of impact in the game. Those roots have been fantastic. I would not be surprised if he went for a Blink Dagger. Yeah, I mean, he went for Midas Blink Dagger. I like the Aghanim's idea as well. Aghanim's gives you a lot of vision. It's like a substitute, like Night Stalker Axe, which is not bad. In this top lane, we see Crystal Maiden just kind of kicking the Turn Protector out of his own lane. Unfortunate. With the help of the Necronomicon units, it's a bit hard to go onto them because they could just go onto her because they could just kill you. Even without the Beastmaster around. Beastmaster is looking to complete that Necronomicon. He's getting a decent timing. I mean, he pretty much skipped everything else, but rushing the Necronomicon Beastmaster is very worth it with the Primal Roar. Getting that level 3 Necronomicon almost minute 20-21. That's pretty good, honestly. It's not the best timing, obviously. If you snowball with Beastmaster, you're expecting a better timing, but it's not going to work too badly for him. Omninate, getting that 60 gold per minute. Crystal Maiden did die in the top lane. I didn't even bother with that. She died against the Razor. They just brought him down. Like, they just chased her down. One of the slowest heroes in the game is one of the fastest heroes in the game. I mean, that's an easy chase. Oh, this is a very dangerous scab because they thought they were alone, but they're actually going to go on to them. And now it's the counter initiation from XIAODIAN. In comes the Guardian Angel, and Godot realizes it's not a great time to fight. The Impale catches 2, stops the TP from 1, and he stops the poor Lifestealer in his tracks, who has to TP away. The Razor wants to kill him off, but that ultimate is not cooperating with him. Has in the end, and they get the only kill onto the Omni, only a support. But that's a bit of extra gold and possibly a tower for the guys at XIAODIAN. 20 attack speed for the old Outworld Devourer, really strong. LFT, careful. Do they want to go onto him? They want to stop the freezing field. And there's the Astral Imprisonment to stop it. And the Necronomicons to gain a bit of space if you're the guys from 458 production. He is going to go for the 130 unstable current damage. Wasn't entirely wrong about that. Woo! Yeah, going for, very early game Razor. Oh, the Impale catches Crystal Maiden. That's an easy kill bait for the guys at XIAODIAN, pretty much. Supper is served, and they will decide to go for the mid tower, tier 1 in this mid lane. It should be an easy tier 1, honestly. I mean, you have the Razor, that's going for Ags, interestingly enough. Even skip the Hurricane Pike Strike to go for Ags. I don't mind that at all. Ags is quite powerful, especially against a Lifestealer who likes to fight on low health because of his armlet. So that's actually quite dangerous if you are the Razor. Oh, there they go into the Puck. Stunned out, destroyed. The Impale catches 2 with the Omnet is put in a really difficult position. HM has to heal himself, but stuns himself out due to the Spike Corpus. And now Godot is the next target of aggression. The Astral Imprisonment, the poor Crystal Maiden. They want to kill Godot. He stuns himself out and deals a lot of damage thanks to the Unstable Current. One more hit will do the trick. The Impale will catch him out. The Beastmaster will die together with the Crystal Maiden as his partner in death. And the guys from XIAODIAN will happily now march towards the tier 2 tower in the mid lane. And we'll be able to take it quite swiftly as they still have that immense damage from their Razor and the Outworld Devourer. I mean, as heroes, as carries. I believe the Razor is also, yep, 1 item away, or, yeah, 4 gold away now from the Aghanims. Should be able to have it by the next team fight, and that's exactly what they're looking for. Not only next team fight, actually next Tower Siege. As the Rage DP, but the Rue comes in. Overgrowth says, where are you going? The Train Protector starts to hit the poor Lifestealer, and he's going to end up going down, losing his Rage, and now facing the Outworld Devourer. Discovered, vulnerable, naked. Gentleman will just take him down. And with that, 4-5-8 have lost their carry, they've lost their tower in the mid lane, and more importantly, they're losing this match. 9,000 gold in favor of XIAODIAN in terms of net worth. If we look at the graphs, we'll see that the graph is now going quite a lot in their favor. The experience point as well, 10,000 gold or experience extra for them. And with this Aghanim's, they're more than eager to push. I mean, right now they're just using the damage from the Razor. Oh no, they're going to use the Aghanim's as well. There it is. How quickly... Look at how quickly that falls. In the mid lane, by the way, I just saw them. Is that Puck? Yeah. Why is Puck playing here? Oh, wow! What a play! I love it! That was amazing! Spike Carpus! And blinks right into the orb. That was surprising. Was not expecting that. I mean, the orb is really slow, so it takes quick thinking to be able to just like, oh, right. I have to go for the orb right now. Yeah, that Razor ultimate not working on Roshan anymore. Unfortunately. I mean, I think that was a long time ago, but I don't know why I still remember. It's been a long time since we've seen Razor in the meta. But he's playing really well. That Solar Crest also helping him out quite easily, or quite a lot against the Roshan. Puts the Roshan in a difficult position because of the -12 armor loss. Well, it feels weird because it feels like it's -4, but I don't know why that, or not -4, sorry, -11 instead of -12. Maybe he's just barely over the 16. No? Oh, must be like +7.3. Oh well. Calculations don't make much sense, but speed drop will take that Aegis anyway. Or no, it was the Gentleman who takes the Aegis. Speed drop will take the Roshan. That's a bit of extra gold for him, being able to go for the Hurricane Pike. Hurricane Pike with static link is very powerful, so I don't mind that at all. 4-5-8. Meanwhile, on the top lane, Spike Corpus would easily kill him. Oh no, there's the Impale just to... I mean, no need for the Spike Corpus, just goes for the Impale straight up. And plus the Mana Burn and the damage from the OD. That's an easy kill on to the enemy Puck. Even Spike Corpus, so in case he tried to orb away, he's like, oh, no. And Razor double damage, just slows down Godot thanks to that little curve. Has to run away, uses the ultimate. There's the roof from the Twin Protector. Now the Impale only catches one because the Lifestealer is raged up, but they want to kill the Beastmaster before he can come back in. That beautiful stun by the Rubik. Now the Astral Prism, sorry, the Sanity's Eclipse will bring down two. The Outworld Devourer just coming in with the pure and magical damage mixed up, and they will take down almost all of the enemy team. Outworld Devourer himself now going for the 15 intelligence and 15 impale damage for the Nyx Assassin. Interesting, as the net worth advantage is just completely in favor of XIAODIAN, at least according to my Dota here. It seems like 4-5-8 are now really against the ropes, as they are fighting a team which went for the snowball strategy and is executing it perfectly, has more farm despite the fact that they don't particularly have great farmers, even as a Midas and has a good late game themselves, with a combination of a Razor plus an Outworld Devourer. Really love that Razor pick to counter the Lifestealer. It worked out wonders for them, and going for the Solar Crest plus Aghanim's build, which allows them to have a ridiculous amount of minus armor, puts the Lifestealer's life even in bigger jeopardy because of the fact that, well, you know, this literally a counter just for him, because Lifestealer does not get that much agility, and even though the armlet does give you a lot of armor, or a decent amount of armor, it gives you +5, I believe, no, +4 armor when activated, just +5 naturally, so a total +9. But the Razor can bring that out easily, not only with a shine from the Solar Crest, but also with his ultimate, which now hits faster because of the Aghanim, so that means less armor for you. If you guys forgot that, like, that Razor's ultimate actually reduces your armor. Every hit reduces your armor by a certain amount. I think it's 1 actually. Yeah, it's just 1 every hit. Okay, well, I guess, oh, what a great steal by the Rubik. Those Wildlights actually deal a lot of damage. Dream Call into 2 though, and they can catch out the Rubik. Rubik's gonna die first, and the Lifestealer just brings his life down, or brings his life to an end. The Dust of Appearance catches the Nyx Assassin, puts him in a difficult position because he's now a bit slower. After the Spike Carpus, stuns the Puck out. Doesn't have enough mana for the Impale, but does have the Blink Dagger available. Love it will just blink away for now in the trees, waiting for his team to come join him and help him out, because he has no TP, so there's no other way he's getting out of here. I mean, the Razors have travel boots or anything, so... Oh, they're gonna go into the Portrait Protector. That's dangerous with the open wounds. No, they don't actually have vision of it. He knows there's a sentry around here, but... Or something around here that saw him. HMY. Oh, the Razor coming around from behind. It catches Godot. There it is. The stun with the Blink Dagger. Beautiful use of the Razor's guys, actually. Oh. And Godot. There it is. The second stun. Plus the help from the Outworld Devourer. Catches him out quickly. The 4 staff. Just to try to catch someone else. The root on the 2. That's the 2 supports going down if they can catch him out. The Freezing Field from LFT. They stop it. No. They do. Sorry. They still stop it with the Astral Imprisonment. The Necronomicon Beuzio, LFT will go down as soon as he comes out of that prison, and the Necronomicon Eunice will be dealt with giving 200 or 400 extra gold to the XIAODIAN team. With that, they have an even bigger lead in net worth, as if that wasn't enough already. The Shivas as well for the Outworld Devourer, being able to take that. Not only, I mean, the Shivas and 4 stuff actually helps them a great deal, now going for the BKB to stop some of the puck's attack. Or some of the puck's damage, and I guess to some degree as well, that annoying Life Stealer open wounds. Life Stealer himself is going for the MKB because he's so annoyed by that Solar Crest from the Razor, and I do like the idea a lot. That Solar Crest evasion is insanely powerful, especially in the early game, against a hero that just, well, doesn't deal, it can only deal physical damage, so we don't really have many other ways to deal with the Razor. That Hurricane Pike also makes it very annoying. I don't like the Shiva's pick up on the Razor, that's what he's going for. You don't really want to have 2 Shivas on the team. It's a great item, but not that great that you want 2 of it. It's active. And 2 of it's passive. Push the gate, main and going for the 60 damage. Let's see if we can do something. There's an infested puck, by the way. It's a puck pump. So Guzman actually do a considerable amount of damage. So there's the Astral Imprisonment. And the Owl Devourer has to run away here. Speed draw though. Gonna go out to Guzman. Beautiful Impale. Plus that Eclipse will bring down 3 in the Beast Master, just dying in the backlines as the puck commits his sacrifice to the gods. And they give themselves up in one last team wipe that leads to the GG 4-4-5-8. They will be losing this first match against XIAODIAN, the newcomers who take this game by the horns and steer it completely in their direction, managing to take the first game of this best of 2. My name's been DSwordfish, guys. Hope you've enjoyed the match between 4-5-8 and XIAODIAN. This is only the first match of the best of 2. We'll come back shortly with the second match of the day, both between these 2 teams. And then we have 2 more best of 2 left, so do not worry. Enjoy some music while we wait, and I'll see you guys in a few minutes. Until then, guys.